The sandstone walls of Sydney University are known to hold academic excellence within. Its prestigious Fisher Library has long been admired for its extensive collection of books. A crowd of 400 people gathered in the foyer to borrow old books and disrupt the dust with a mass read-in protest against the planned renovations. Students and staff borrowed over 1,000 books in a single hour, some not having been borrowed since the 70s.
Well, I'm a student here at Sydney University, and when I found out about the protests, I read the Sydney Morning Herald last week. I saw a protest being organised on Facebook, got in touch with the organisers because I thought it was such an important thing for students to, be speaking out against.
So to protest, we basically gathered here today, and then we decided to come inside and borrow old books and sit down and read them. And the reason we decided to do this is because the library says that they were doing a dust test. They were considering storing off-site any book that hasn't been borrowed in 5 years.
The protest to keep books in Fisher coincides with the Sydney Writers' Festival, a celebration of literature, drawing seas of bookworms to hear what their favourite authors have to say. Author Kirsten Tranter featured at the Writers' Festival this year.
We need to be able to imagine ourselves into possible futures as writers.
Fisher does a great job of providing space for students to study, get together and talk, but it's books that are really the focus of that. They can't do without them, and I do think no matter how good their collection of e-journals is or whatever, there's really no substitute for actually browsing the shelves. And for me, in terms of the research I've done as an academic and also as an author, there's really no substitute for that.
University librarian John Shipp thinks the future of books will be online.
What we're seeing increasingly is that journals are online and won't be printed into the future, probably 5-8 years, and you won't be able to get a printed journal except in very niche areas. And most textbooks, reference books will be online, and people won't want the other versions. And I think a lot of novels will be online as well. Things like Kindle, the ebook, they're so easy for people, and I think they'll take over eventually. But it'll be a long time, a long, slow process.